And family, to today's edition of the Wellness Homesteader. You see a little foodie beauty back there in the background. My TV will go to sleep so you won't have to look at it. Had to catch up on my story, as you know, so let me fix this. Good grief. These little things are called oxy ears, and they're supposed to help you not get sore ears, because trust me, that tubing will make your ears sore. So I don't have like eye makeup on and all that, but I'm clean and I have a cute shirt on. We have switched from Halloween to Christmas-ish winter. So and y'all don't laugh, but I think my hair's coming in a different color. And I still haven't decided, y'all. It's pretty thin down here. A lot of it's broken off, as you see, just from pulling it back. So I'll make a decision whether I'm going to color it again or not. I don't mind the gray, but it is going to take a long time for that to be gray to the bottom. So anyway, whoever's joined, please say hello. Or not, if you can. Oh, 5 of us on here. Hi, Lorraine. Good morning. Sandy, good morning. And guys, the reason I'm going like this is there's like a little short in my charge cord and my phone was low. So I've got it kind of wrapped around, you know. But I am excited to share with you all a new tumbler. What I've been working on, which hasn't been a lot. Hi, Brenda. Y'all, I've had a rough week. Can I just say that? I try not to complain unless it's like really truthfully complaining. Like it's worth complaining about, let me say that. And I had 2 appointments this week. One was the trifecta that I go to for my oncologist. So I do my lab work, I see her, and then I would get my immunotherapy. I'll give you an update on that. Didn't get my immunotherapy. And then Friday, yesterday, I saw the pulmonologist. Got a whole bunch of updates, y'all. And some of you may be like, well, that's awful news. But y'all, I need answers about, you know, where this is all going. What do I need to do? What's my prognosis look like? Am I always going to be this short of breath? And I didn't get the news that I exactly wanted, but I got answers that I didn't have. So let me just tell you, you know, I've shared that I've had pneumonia and pneumonitis, which is an inflammation caused by the radiation. Well, I had another CT scan, had about 1 million of them. And what they've determined is I have severe, why is severe always in my diagnosis? Pulmonary fibrosis. Hello, Renjani Trucking Club. Welcome, welcome. Don't recognize that name. So what that means is it's really hard for my lungs to expand and contract and exchange oxygen properly. And I've been pretty non-responsive to the steroids. Like, I won't say it hasn't helped, but it's not like the be-all end-all for me. So what's been interesting is the last 2 days I've done well. And the weird thing, hello, Lord of Fire, is the less steroids I take, the better I breathe. Could figure that out. So here's what my pulmonologist has said. And y'all don't get sad about it, because, you know, only the Lord knows what's going to happen. So there's no cure for this. This is probably as good as I will ever be. I will probably be oxygen dependent for the rest of my life. There is a new medication, or a medication, I don't know how new it is, that they are using to prevent progression of the fibrosis, which he has prescribed for me. The problem is, it's $14,600 a month, and insurance is declining it. But that's step one, guys. There's a lot of hoops you can jump through to get these specialty meds approved. So I hope you all will pray with me that I can get approved for it. It won't cure anything. It won't It'll just keep me from getting worse. So, you know, that's kind of where I am. I'm just trying to learn to live as healthy as I can, work within my limitations. There are certain things that are really difficult for me to do, like exert myself. But the weird thing is, for the last 2 days, it's not been as bad. And that's when I started the, I won't say severe, the marked decrease. I'm down to half of a steroid tablet, and I was on 60 milligrams there for a while. Hi, Janice. So that's all. I think to have some answer is better than no answer. So why did this happen? I guess, you know, that was my son's question. Well, I don't really know. You know how that goes. The best guess is the combination of chemo, radiation, and immunotherapy caused this reaction, and it's just progressively gotten worse. Now, I have not had my immunotherapy for 3 months, and I won't be getting any more. Because I have lupus, I have a weird immune system. They think that could be a part of it as well. So, sorry to go like this, because I have to get by the comments. So guys, here's the thing. I'm going to live my best life as best as I can. When my time comes, it comes. So, I don't want to start crying. Goodness. So, let me show you something that I've been working on, y'all. You know Highland cows are like all the rage, right? So I had to get some. Y'all, is this the cutest little cup you've ever seen? So this is a snow globe cup. This is an order. It has the milk bottle and the little cow on it and the little straw holder. This is for my friend's daughter who loves cows. So there's one. And then here's one y'all have never seen before. And this is what we're going to be working on today. So this is a faith-based cup. It says pray on it, pray over it, pray through it. And this is the tie-dye look that you can have if you're not a glitter fan. And for the lid, just the little crosses. So I think this is pretty as well. So what I have done is I've gotten everything prepared. Let's see how we do. Okay, here we go. Let me get a beverage here. So what you need is the Amazon Basic. How basic is this? Slime Activator Solution. I've seen people use the Elmer's Magical Liquid. This, being the generic, is a little bit cheaper. I think I can get just about 3 out of a bottle, so they're a little pricier to make, but they're a lot of fun. Thank you, Lulu. So how do you get the color in it? Well, guys, all you need is acrylic paint. And you need gloss or semi-gloss. What I did was I just bought, where did I put it? Over here. I just bought the jumbo box of 54 colors because, y'all, my paints are really, really old. Some of mine, and I'm not kidding, are probably from the 90s. Love the cow. Yes, and I have more cows. Wait a minute. Let me just show you a couple more of the little cows, because I think they're adorbs. And I have more than this. Look at this. I wish fall wasn't over. It says, I love fall most of all. But look, it's got like a little scarf in the truck. And then this one is like the summery one. And look at this little sweet baby. Look at that little baby face. And another little baby face. So I have others too. I just didn't pull them all out, and I don't want to make this video too long. So yeah, cows are all the rage, so I had to get a cow sweatshirt. My cow sweatshirt came from Love and Faith, and they make a lot of faith-based designs, but I like their products. All right. So what do is you just take like a little Dixie cup, you put a squirt of paint in, you stir, 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 and then you stir some more. And then when you think you're done stirring, you stir a little bit more. It takes a lot of stirring. But that is all there is to it. And then you can kind of, take a look at your wrap. Love them all so cute. Good. I'm ready to do, guys, some I'm ready to do some Christmas. So I've got some oh my gosh, Grinch, and just some winter. And then I got these really cool initials that are all kinds of Christmas. Now, you're going to be limited to probably 3 to 4 letters, but I can customize cups or customize with initials. Oh, here's another cow, guys. Look how cute. Yeah, there's kind of crap everywhere. All right. You need one of the curved top syringes. And then, where did I put the... This says I can do all things through Christ, which strengtheneth me, Philippians 4:13. And I'm just using the same colors as I used for that one because it still looks good. Sometimes you want to think about, the top goes in first. So what do you want at the top? Do you want it strictly white? Do you want more white through the middle, which is what I'm thinking? But it is tie-dye, so it's kind of anything goes. So let's see. Woo, try not to spill. And I don't find that this thickens up. What I will say is this is not a cup that you shake. Okay, it's a cup that you look at. Well, I mean, you use, but you don't shake it up. So I'm still learning about how much it's going to take. It takes quite a bit. So we're going to start out with, and it will run at first. Once it starts to get full, it doesn't move as much. So I'm just turning it so that it kind of goes all the way around. And you don't have to worry about being too exact. Hello, Marble Design. How are you? I think is what you're trying to say. I'm doing good. All right, so this is kind of where we're starting. And I don't rinse out the syringe, guys. It's tie-dye, right? So let's go with some yellow. And I'm doing a couple 10cc syringes full with each color. It's kind of how I've been doing it. This is only my second cup, so I don't know, or second tie-dye cup. But I really like it. It's something different. It's something you can do very custom to your decal or to someone's preference. So I'm pleased with this as an option. I mean, people are putting all kinds of things. They're putting rhinestones. That's an expensive endeavor. I won't be doing that because you need double-sided rhinestones. They're very expensive. And it takes a lot to fill up these cups. And, we don't want $1 million cups. We just want cups. So here's what we've got so far. Let's go ahead and switch over. I'm going to do just one syringe of the white. Kind of break it up a little bit. See where we are. And then we'll switch to the pink. So you can custom mix your colors to match your wrap, decal, whatever you want to call it. It's a wrap. And I think when you start to add the white, I've seen No Madness Life, she's done some pearlescent paint. She's put glitter in the paint. So now you're starting to get a little bit of definition. One thing you will notice, you see all the bubbles? Guys, this is hard. to get the bubbles out of. Oh, Satara, thank you. You know, I wish I didn't have to wear this, but I do. And I didn't do eye makeup today, but that's okay too. You know, what I'm learning is I put my effort in the things that bring me the most joy and the most memories. Now, let me tell you, y'all know my son was home last weekend. And I don't want to dishonor him. He does not like his picture taken. But we all got pooped out tired. We had to go to Big Town, and he drove my car. It was so cute. My son's used to driving a little stick shift sports car, and he's driving the big old lady ride, right? But I had to get some prescriptions picked up. I needed gas in my car. I just wasn't feeling really great that day. And then we had an outing. I made a whole bunch of treats, and we went to the neighbors, and we had the best visit. We stayed for like an hour or so. Then we came home, and I cooked homemade lasagna. I looked, and while it cooked, I looked over. The cat's asleep on my lap. I'm half asleep, and Ben's totally wrecked out on the couch. And that's when you know your kid's comfy, you know, comfy in the house. He just comes home and goes to sleep, and that made me feel really, really good. My son is his mother's child, and he worries a lot. So keep Ben in your thoughts and prayers. He, I mean, he's realistic about prognosis isn't great, but it doesn't mean I'm going to die tomorrow. It doesn't mean that they won't come up with a new medication that really helps me. It doesn't mean that the Lord won't choose to heal me. I don't have those answers. Nobody does. We're not meant to. So we're gonna, you see I'm blowing some bubbles here. We're gonna operate on faith. Okay, can y'all see we're only about this full? And it's okay if you have to mix some more in. I tried to double what I made last time. One nice thing about this is it's not nearly as messy. The glycerin and stuff, oh my word. It's so sticky. As is the baby oil, things like that when you use it. But these are so fun to make. I've decided I need a whole set of cups. Don't y'all think so? And if you're wondering, hey, I'd like to order some cups. I still have 6 gift boxes left, the ingredients, and I can put any cup in it that you want. If you want to order cups, the one downside is postage, guys, but the cups are $28. I can put 2 cups in a box and give you the 2 for price, which is 2 for $50. Then you pay the postage. If you're on the West Coast, it's $20.10. If you're like middle of the country, east, it's like 12 something. And I can look up how much it would cost to ship. I had done the flat rate of 20, and then I found out that it depends regionally where you are. It is insured for $100. The first postal guy told me $150, but $100. So you're still going to get all your money back should anything arrive broken. So far, everybody's has not arrived broken, so I'm happy about that. I have wraps for about everything. I have cow wraps. I have farm wraps. I have farm wraps. I have all kinds of Christmas. I have a lot of winter, which I think is really neat because, you know, then it's not just like use it for a season. You can use it. Now this is getting awfully peachy colors, so let's put some pink in there. We'll do a couple pinks and a couple whites and see where we are. So what do you guys think? Which is your pick? I would love, oh, God. I see, oh my gosh, April's here. Good morning, April. I love you too. April and I have become very good friends, and we met through YouTube. Isn't that funny? Cody, it's good to see you, and I am so glad to be doing better. I don't know if y'all can tell, but I just feel better. You know, I just feel better. I didn't exactly get good news, but I feel better. And I'm not a person that complains. Like, I could be pretty sick before I complain. So for me to say I feel better, trust and believe. All right. Let me stir this up. So what I can tell you about, you can tell I'm feeling better. Yeah. I was going to do eye makeup and stuff, and then I'm like, no. I'll just let that go by. Once you add the paint, it gets a little bit thicker. So once the paint incorporates, you'll be able to feel it. It's like when you're making pudding and the pudding starts to thicken, it'll thicken just a little bit. Is that scientific enough? Okay. So I'm going to put a lot of weight in here to finish this up. I don't know, can y'all see? Yeah, y'all can see what I'm doing. So where's my Girl World girls? Chantal moved back to Canada, divorced her husband, which I'm not rejoicing in that. Please don't take it that way. But that thing was a scam from the start, and I believe he was a romance scammer, and I think she is too. But if you want to feel like you're together, that's not very nice. Seriously, like, got your life together, just watch a little bit of Foodie Beauty. Now, I don't watch her channel straight up. I watch reaction channels because she does like 6-hour lives. I ain't interested in that. I got stuff to do in my life besides watch 6 hours of Chantal. But what was funny is she said that her hair was like halfway down her back, and how Salah, which was her husband, loved to run his hands through her hair, and blah-de-blah-de-blah. And so when she, hi Leah, when she actually came on for the first day, she looked really good, and her hair looked really good. And she has, I would never make fun of people's hair. Hello, look at mine. And guys, I lost more than half of my hair with the chemo. That's why my hair is thin and weird. But at any rate, so she came out, and everybody was like, oh my gosh, she really, like, her hair really does look good. Well, come to find out, and no shame, guys, if you need a wig, if you need whatever, go for it. She had hair fibers and like a topper on, and so then that lasted for a day, and now that all of that's gone by the wayside. Whoo, doggies. Bless her heart. And I feel bad for her because my hair got so bad, y'all, that I don't do well with like wigs and stuff like that, like attached stuff. But I thought I'm going to have to wear a wig or do something because my hair was so bad. So what I ended up doing, if y'all remember, and I still do, is I just pulled it back in a bun. And you can see my ponytail's pretty thin, especially on the ends. But it's just hair, and it'll come back. I can't watch any really. Oh, because the girls make you mad, Cody. Let me see what this. Okay. Let me tell you something. You nasty people that want to say nasty things and sexual things, I'm going to show you to the door. I'm going to announce your departure, and shame on you. You kiss your mother with that mouth, shame on you. I hope you feel bad. Okay, enough said, because that was really nasty. Okay. Oh dear, how do you like, let's see. Hide user on this channel. I'm sorry if y'all saw that because it got worse. Oh my Lord. All right, so we're getting to the top. See, we got a lot of bubbles. So let me pull up some white. Wow. You know, y'all, as many times, ooh, that's coming out really good, as I've said, oh, I'm not going to let it get to me. I have to tell you, the really filthy things that people say, it gets to me. And I shouldn't probably admit that. But there's this magic little button that kicks you to the curb. So, you know, there's always that. Now, these are harder to get the air bubble out. I will share that. Sometimes you just have to let it set a while. So, can y'all see the big air bubbles? Big air bubbles. Oh my goodness. What am I doing wrong? Let's see. Hold on, guys. Okay. You've now been reported. How about that? You get nasty with me, I get nasty with you. Okay, enough. So what you'll want to do is you're going to want to save a little bit of this solution. Okay, that's coming out. Okay, okay. And then you can top it off as the air bubbles come up. So this is actually a acrylic tumbler, not a glass one. All right, so what I'm gonna do, besides make a huge mess, I may need some more of this painted slime. So I'm gonna set these aside. And then there's a little, can y'all see this little plug? A little plug that comes with the cups. I'm gonna temporarily put it in there. And y'all, how pretty. Can y'all see all the different colors? Now, you don't want to shake it up, just leave it like it is, but that is lovely and is going to match nicely with all the different little colors because there is pink in there. I didn't do the, pardon me, the blue-green. All right. Now, while we wait for the trolls out trolling, nothing else to do, yeah. Like, wouldn't you think, though, that life is short, y'all? I wouldn't want to be hassling somebody. I don't get people. I don't understand them. All right, excuse me just a minute. Got to blow my nose. Sorry. Oh, sorry about that. One thing I have noticed, my nose runs all the time, but that's, I think, from the oxygen. All right. So I have this little cup holder, and what I'm going to do is decide where I want the words to go, and I think right there. And before I peel this back, I'm going to just make sure that it's stuck down really good so that some of these small words can be really tough to pull and you get skips. Hello, Lauren. So, oh wow. Can y'all see that big air bubble? Can you see it? Yeah. But it'll all come up in the end. It just takes a couple days. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to separate the backing from the sticky. Now, and then hunt the scissors that are right in front of me. And there we go. Oh, that's going to be pretty. Very pretty. And then you want to just go really slow, y'all. Make sure that your decal, your DTF is pulling up. I sometimes forget to rub it before I start, and that's a problem. Especially if there's little words. You're gonna end up with skips. Does the skip ruin the cup? Not totally. It depends on what skips. One of the ones I made for myself has a skip in it, and I gotta pull this back. Oops. So I just pulled it apart here, but it's stuck right back down. Okay. Now when you go to pull off the top, that's when you gotta be really careful. And that's why I don't have any fingernails right now. Oh, this is gonna be cute. This is kind of a boho design. Okay. And I do find that different manufacturers have different quality. I've had some that really stunk, but for the most part, I've had pretty good luck. I will say these faith-based ones, they have a lot more small detail, and I've had more trouble with them. Not wanting to adhere in the small areas. Like a little leaf will want to pull up. And you have to kind of make the decision. Do you want to... Is it important to the design, or can you just let it go? Okay. It's usually not this hard, guys. I'm probably making it harder than what it is, but I just don't want to lose these words. And some of these letters are very, very light in color. Just lost an A here. So normally you don't have that. Thank you, Miss April. I'm getting good at making those. Well, guys, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to start making something different. I lost part of the S. Oh, part of the rainbow. So yeah, when I order one, like the B ones weren't great either. They didn't want to stick 100%. If I order one and I'm not crazy about the quality, I just make a note of it and I don't order from that particular manufacturer again. Okay. So far, so good. No really bad skips. Wow. If you see how thin these little palm fronds are, they're really hard. And sometimes you gotta go back the other direction or angle it a little bit. Come on now. No, I said you get on the jar. And then you got to be careful if you let it fall back on what you've already pulled off, because you can pull something up that you already had stuck. So I'm going to just cut this so I don't run that risk. Okay, Lord. We're almost to the end. Help me, Jesus. Mean that sincerely. Hi, Debbie. What am I making next? Well, I'll tell you here in just a minute. First off, I'm missing my sewing. But I got so much mess going on with these cups. Oopsie. I don't want to pull fabric out quite yet, but I will be sewing. Lord willing and the creek don't rise. Because I've got Christmas fabric. Almost there. This is definitely the longest it's ever taken me to pull off a DTF, a decal, but almost there. Ta-da! Here we go. How pretty. And actually, guys, it doesn't show good in the camera, but the words show up really nicely. And it's nice and smooth. Oh my goodness, excuse me. Okay, excuse me. You know, those steroids sure didn't cure my hiccups. Oh, and I haven't really given you guys an update on the steroids. So, after today, I have 3 more days and just a half dose. So my face should start going down. My voracious ravenousitis, my endless hunger, which comes from steroids, and some of the other side effects should start subsiding. But guys, what do you think? Isn't it pretty? I think it's really pretty. And the lid is on the acrylic is acrylic. I bought Christmas fabric at Hobby Lobby, 50%. Ah. Now, y'all, I can't go to, I'm kind of grounded on stores. One of my biggest issues is I'm now on liquid oxygen because my requirements are high. So yesterday they put in for a test. It's called a 6-minute walking test to see how much oxygen you go through in 6 minutes. Why is 6 a magic number? I guess because I could multiply it by 10, that'd be an hour. And see if I can qualify for a bigger tank. Because I get a little bit nervous going out. If I were to have to run it like at 10 liters or something, which would be very unusual, it's only going to last me about an hour. So, you know, and like at 2 liters, it lasts you about 4 hours. So it just makes me nervous, and I'm constantly looking at the gauge. So I'm hoping I can get a bigger tank. But thank you for the tip. So what do you guys think? It's kind of a different look, isn't it? And you could do like more white. You could do whatever you want. This one's up for sale. And what I have to go on it is something that I don't know where I put it. I got these little crosses. Well, I can show you. They look like this. And I thought they were really pretty because it draws attention to what the cup says versus, you know, just the lid. Although I like me a decorated lid. Okay, where did we put this? Oh, y'all, I'm sure it's right here in front of me. If it's above, it would have bit me. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Got a package of them. And they come in like all different kinds of pastels. You could glitter the lid. You could leave it plain. You could put the fake ice on the top and stick the crosses in it. I don't want anything to come out to be like sacrilegious, you know, like just offensive to anyone. So I think for this one, I'll just probably do the crosses. And you can see now we've got the big air bubble. So I will turn this upside down. It will set over here, and hopefully the air will come to the top. So what am I gonna do new? Well, y'all, I'm totally stealing No Madness Life's idea. I'm gonna be making some acrylic keychains. Now you might be like, well, that's a jinky thing. Oh no, it's not going to be jinky. They're initials, and you can do so many things. You can put the little cabochons in there. You can color it with mica. You can put glitter in it. You can put sand in it. You can put seashells in it. So let me show you what the mold looks like. So this is what the mold looks like. I got just the block letters. You could get cursive. You want that cup? That cup is my favorite. Okay. We'll talk offline. I will get you that cup, girl. No worries. So that cup is now spoken for. Anyway, there's all kinds of things. You can put dried flowers in there, which I know that sounds like, how do I say this? Loving hands at home, Grandma Church Bazaar, but they're really not. When Shelly first said, Shelly is no madness, like, when she said she was going to make keychains, I'm like, wah, 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 I'm out. The first one she made, I was like, those are gorgeous. So, my friend that loves the cows, her, oh gosh, I hope I can just stop crying. She's young. She's in her 30s. And her dad was tragically killed in a bizarre farm accident within the last month. So her mom got her the 2 cups. I'm going to make her a keychain with cow stuff in it because she's the gal that loves cows. So bless her heart. I mean, never easy to lose a parent, but in such a shocking way. And yeah, her mom and dad aren't together anymore, which, you know, I'm not together with my son's father. And, you know, we've been divorced years and years and years and years. And it can just make it hard. So keep her in your thoughts and prayers. I won't share her name, so I don't want to offend anybody. But anyway, so it came with all this, like, extra glitters. And then I really like this. These are like, can y'all see? They're like pieces of foil, almost. Gosh, it just came with all kinds of stuff. Little doodads you can put in there. I got lots of doodads. And then, of course, the things that you need to, I might have cut the directions, but I'm sure I can figure it out. Put in the keychain. To drill the hole, put in the keychain. Even has these little leather foofy thingies. And this was like $23, and you can use it over and over and over. One year, and I do have a video on it, I did acrylic coasters for my son that were like geodes that were really, really cool. And one of his friends admired him, and he gave it to him, and then he was like, I hope that's okay, Mom. I'm like, it's your gift to do what you want. But they really turned out cool. Well, once you start looking at things like this, then Amazon and other places I shop start suggesting other crafts. So there's all the crafts out there, which is really, really cool. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna, these are UV cured. So you would put, okay. Now this is the A and B, so you have to mix it. I will probably, oh, this is nail kit. Well, Lord knows my nails need help. What I will probably do is just use my regular resin because that's what Shelly did. I ordered some more of this in a bigger size, so I'll have to make a few and see because they're fairly deep. And see, I don't know what I did with the flowers, but they're around here somewhere too. You know, I've got a few things. When I wasn't feeling well, stairs being a challenge for me, I would just set it on the stairs, so I kind of brought it all up at the same time and might have just dumped it on the desk. You see, like, I'm super neat about everything. Just saying. Hi, cousin. Oh, you missed the update, cousin. But I'm doing okay. just going to be on oxygen forever, and pulmonary fibrosis. My cousin's also a nurse, so she'll know exactly what that means. It is the ultimate diagnosis. It's not just pneumonitis, so that's why I'm having so much trouble with my lungs. So, yeah. But guys, I hope to do better throughout the month of November and December as far as bringing you videos. But I have to tell you, when I don't feel well, my priority has to be rest. And just trying to do everything I can to keep my health in check. Because when I crash and burn, I crash big time, guys. So there was some talk about from the oncologist that I needed another bronchoscopy, so an exploratory. And my pulmonologist was like, "You don't need that." And I was so dreading it because when I have a procedure like that, I go into the respiratory failure. I'm in the hospital for 3 days. It's not a simple little thing. And he's like, "You don't need that. I got a CT scan. I can see everything I need to see." So that was a relief to me. So I'm just going to do the best I can do, because that's all I can do. And I'm about to sneeze here. Whew. All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining me today. We've been on a long time. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, because only half of you have done that. Thank you, Lorraine, for your continued prayers. And everybody just, keep praying that the Lord will heal me, because that's what I want, and that I can have a good quality of life and still, be a good mom, and, well, always be a good mom, but, participate in my son's life, because that brings me a lot of joy. I am, just so y'all know, I have the neighbor kids still doing all of my chicken chores. There's been some testing done, just in case I've gotten some kind of a fungus or a histoplasmosis. I don't think I do, nor does my pulmonologist, but it's been done, and I won't find out until next week, but I'm sure I'm fine. Sometimes you just know when you're sick, and I don't think I'm sick of that way. I think this is just side effects and scarring. So something I'm going to have to learn to live with and huff and puff. All right, guys. Well, thank you all for joining me. We'll do something fun this week. I've got a house full of Halloween decorations that have to come down. No way can I do this all one day. Thank you, cousin. We need to talk more. I've kind of been slacking on it. Rhonda messaged me, and I got to get back with her too. But I was getting ready to get on, so we try to talk about once a week too. So it's good, at least we're not just meeting up at funerals to talk, because we did a lot of that, didn't we? Whew, I'm about over the funeral thing. All right, guys, I plan to see you next week, because this is Saturday, yeah. And might have some new crafts for you. Guys, I'm reluctant to promise a whole bunch of sales, but if there's something you want, I would love to sell it to you, because I really need the money. Given that my new medication's $14,600 a month, which of course I wouldn't be paying that, but just all the expenses from the deductibles and such. So I'm trying to earn the money, not e-bag the money. So yeah, if there's anything I can make for you, or anything you want to see, or you want me to do a video where I just kind of go through all the different options I have on wraps, because I might have like 100 now, let me know. Be glad to share that with you. All right, guys. Hi, Susan. I will see you all very soon, but until then, y'all know what to do. Be healthy, be well, be blessed, and take care.